First of all, does anyone remember kitty buns on DeviantArt? So like artists would celebrate reaching certain milestones for follower counts. Some artists would reward people who caught those screenshots of the new number. And I remember I would be refreshing the page of my favorite artists, hoping to catch it and get like a free commission or doodle. Simpler times. But like, wow, 100 subscribers. That's a bit nuts to me. That's like if I rented out a hall and 100 people RSVP'd to my talk. Maybe not everyone shows up, but that's still 100 RSVPs. And not just for like that one talk, for like future talks too. I'm just excited. It's a tiny number for many on this platform, but as someone who has a hard time talking to groups of people, this is an achievement. Also, maybe more importantly, when it comes to like posting content, or in my case, like drawings, art, comics, and the like online, I always felt like I was forcing it a bit too much. I had posting schedules because that's what the pros did, with good reasons. And I always burned out. With this channel though, like, I've just been posting when I can and when I have the energy for it. Perhaps for the better, because I'm still posting videos and still thinking of making more. But that's enough humble bragging though. So right now I'm working on the villager bugs and like the dialogs that they have whenever you interact with them. And I just want to touch on the tool that I'm using for this, because I didn't make it and it's saved me so much time when it comes to dialogues and trees and all that jazz that comes with making a dialogue system. And that's just like for flat screen games. I'm of course talking about dialogic, I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, it's great when it works. I really should just like throw them a couple bucks their way and at the same time ask for like mobile functionality, but I know that's asking a lot, but I really should just give them a donation because it's great. That's how much I like it. So far I've made a few NPC models, but now that like some time has passed, for the more unique NPCs, I really want to design more unique looking characters, because the ones I made are just like the most generic. This is a video game character that's somewhat reminiscent of a bug. I don't know. For now, they're just gonna be like a billboard sprite that's always facing the camera. I can quickly design silhouettes or characters that way, and if I like them, I move on with modeling when it comes closer to finishing up the game. You know, finished, not perfect, as they say. As of this moment, the NPCs really are just like an area node that detects when the player is within like its boundaries, its shape, collision shape 3D, I mean. So if the player's inside and then they press an input, the script runs the timeline that I want it to, basically. Just like, oh, once a player interacts, run this dialogue. Another thing this add-on lets me do easily is add like portraits that like you can kind of direct and make them act in visual novel ways, at least with its default settings, because you can modify it, of course. And it's gonna add a lot more to the dev time. But as an artist, I think I can make those pretty quickly, and I'm not really trying to make like the next dating sim with the most beautiful characters. In terms of specific characters, really the only one I have so far is like, or I guess few, is the little brother character that you're trying to save as the big brother. The old man character that saw the whole incident of, you know, someone taking your brother, so they kind of direct you and give you the first sword. And then the hero character, which I just really want to put into this game, where like he's kind of destined to be the hero of the land, but is a coward, and so you always see him before every dungeon, and he's like, okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Kind of like a guide, like the guide NPC for every Zelda game, but a little more pathetic. And I have plans for that character, and it's just like a little side story. The way the player is gonna be equipping and unequipping their spells is pretty much the same way on the NES version. You gotta press the pause button and pretty much toggle or select the spell you want to use, unpause, then press the spell button, because I ain't about to do a whole drag and drop, change different hotkeys and binds to things. I don't have that kind of time to learn a whole new coding paradigm, because I just don't have the logic for it right now, and I kind of don't want to learn right now. Meanwhile, the abilities like double jumping or forward dashing, those will be just, once you get those are unlocked, and whatever button you need to press combination, that's how you'll do that. After making that, I started working on the overworld enemy spawn mechanic. And basically, there's an object that has 3 raycasts, and on a timer, it moves to the player's position and spawns the 3 little enemy things that themselves will just like move around and try to look for a spot. And if the player collides with it, then the game engine picks from like a set number of boards that are basically based on the biome that the player is on. If he's in the forest, then that board doesn't delete or destroy the forest at all. It's a lot, but basically when the player collides with an overworld enemy avatar thing, whatever, you get thrown into like a little battle board, depending on where you are in the world. And that's all I have for now. Next up, I'm going to be putting in all the dialogue that I've written over time, like while in my breaks and stuff for each respective village. And I kind of need help with that, because I honestly don't want to just go to like Name Generator Online and have a character named Spleemf or something like that. So if you have like any bug character names that you want to see in like this game, just write it in the comments. I promise I will use at least a few. As long as they're not like, you know, obscene. It's silly, funny, or even overly normal names. Just give me some.